Good evening and welcome into the Waller Gymnasium here at Shawnee State University for Game 6 of the Southern Ohio Sports Authority coverage of the Battle of the 740. This is John Bruce alongside with my new broadcast partner from junior at South Webster, skipping out on the Jeeps tonight.
Yes, sir.
To call his first game for us here at Sosa. So it's Malachi Roselle. Malachi will have our lead coverage tonight. I'll still be doing the color stuff, but Malachi will be calling, and this is what he wants to do. He's going to do well. We're going to have some fun, so go ahead.
Yes, sir, John. I'm very excited to be here. I appreciate the opportunity. Tonight, it's going to be a good game between two teams that really went far in the postseason last year. We'll look at Fairland first. Obviously, they were the team to be around here in the area, all the way from Proctorville, making the trip here to Portsmouth. Made it all the way to the D2 Final Four last year before getting upset by the 10 seed, Laurel. It was a huge upset, honestly, and I think it surprised a lot of people, and they came up short. Obviously, the goal was to win a state championship if you're that talented of a team. And when I spoke to Bailey Russell, who is by far, she's been the absolute leader for them. 22 points per game so far this season. She's been on an absolute tear in the revenge tour for Fairland so far. I spoke with her, and I asked her if she felt pressure coming into this game offensively, and she said no, because she's got everybody beside her. She said that she has a great supporting cast, but right now she's been on fire, and she's got another partner with her, number 24. That would be Cameron Barnett's, a senior guard, averaging 16 a game for them. And then they got two other people that absolutely get boards, like Addison Godby, a guard who's also a junior, leading the team in rebounds per game and assists per game, averaging 9.3 points. So they got a really good supporting cast, and they're a pretty good favorite in this one. And Ashland, without their star guard, Kenley Woods, who is injured right now, is going to EKU for basketball, has a very bright future for sure. And they're a very talented team, but Ashland, as the underdog in this one, down their best player. It'll be interesting to see how they respond, John.
Yeah, anytime you're losing it's not an accident to go play Division I basketball.
Absolutely not.
I don't care what level. I don't even care what level of basketball. If you're going to go play college basketball, if you watched our last game with
Xander Carter.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, he's going to Liberty. There's a player that's going into the ACC that was playing from Kettering Alder who had a good performance, but
yes,
Carter was the best player on the court tonight. So anytime Kenley Woods would be on the court is going to be the best player.
Yes, of
so
course.
Unfortunately for her, probably it sounds like going to miss the year, or at least the majority of it.
Yeah, I was talking to Ashland's coach, actually, Stacey Davis, and she was telling me that they're looking at maybe at the end, like 3 quarters after the season. So maybe they'll have her around for the most important time of the year in March. That's the goal. That's what they said.
Yeah, and that's kind of the unfortunate part of their early season schedule, playing unbelievable Portsmouth, who just knocked off a really good George Rogers Clark team by a point today. And then this Fairland team, which, as you mentioned, went to the Final Four last year, losing by a point in the semifinal. And those are two of the favorites in Division V in the state to, A, get to the Final Four, and B, possibly advance. There's a outside chance that Fairland and Portsmouth could play either in a regional final or possibly even a state semifinal, because they could go to 2 different regions this year with the extra regions.
Imagine an all OVC state semifinal. That would be insane.
Yeah, that'd be a good time. So, yeah, it should be a fun matchup. You mentioned Bailey Russell. If she gets her 1,000th point tonight, it would be like, I think the most of a game that we've called someone scored is like 36. I think she's 47 away. So if she scored 47. Yeah, so
she's going to need to line up from 3, but I don't see that not being a possibility. I mean, who knows?
Who knows? They play a fast up and down style. And this is they played here last year. They played a good, it was either African Central or Reynoldsburg. I watched them here last year, and they didn't play. I think they would tell you they didn't play very well, and they scored like 80-plus points and won by 30. It was just, the team they were playing decided to just not guard Bailey Russell at midcourt. So they would just throw outlets, and she would go down and score. And she's a player that can score at all 3 levels. And then, that's not even mentioning Issa Telefaro, 7.8 points a game as well. You mentioned Addison Godby. leads them in assists and rebounding as well. And then, you mentioned Barnett's. Ava Lane, I'm excited to watch her. A freshman, number 2. She's averaging close to 10 points a game as well. So I'm excited to get to see them for the first time this year. Coach Buchanan does a great job for them, and clearly Blazer does an outstanding job as well. So this should be a fun matchup.
Yes, of course. It's a team like Ashland that excites me. You're down your best player. It's just a toughness factor. That's what's going to be shown tonight, that's for sure. And they've been pretty solid this season. They've stayed strong. So I'm excited to see if they can, just throw away the adversity and knock off one of the best teams in the area.
Yeah, 26-7 last year for a reason. And, yeah, you have a Division I player, but you also have some other very talented players as well. And that's why at the end of the year they're going to be better. Even though right now they may take some lumps, they're ultimately going to be better because of playing without your best player, so other people have to fill in and step up in a big way.
Yeah, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And if you're playing your best basketball in March, any team's dangerous. Like Emily Neese has been a top 2 scorer in every game so far for Ashland. Been absolutely electric, so if she can step up again tonight, who knows whose game this is.
Yeah, this is a Fairland team. They started off the season with Harvest Prep, which is typically a strong program. So it's a, they challenge themselves each year, and they're doing so again today with playing this traditionally really strong Ashland Blazer team.
Yes, it should be a very fun matchup. I see this being a very up and down court matchup. These teams aren't slow. They play very fast, very, very fast.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Coach Buchanan does a great job for Fairland, and that's why they've gotten to the situation that they're in, to where they always have new players coming in. 2 years ago it was Godby and Russell and a little bit of Telefaro, and then last year they were ready to step right in and play as they made big impacts as freshmen, getting to the Final Four. So at the very least, the Final Four is the baseline goal for the Dragons.
Oh, yeah, of course. This should be an interesting one for sure. Here we go from Waller Gymnasium as Godby jumps on the ball immediately. And it looks like we got a jump ball on the jump ball. I wonder what the refs are going to do here. I've never seen that before.
Well, and I don't think Godby actually is allowed to grab it, so technically
it looks like
should have been Blazers' ball.
They're just going to redo it again. And they missed the jump ball again, as it looks like it's going to be Telefaro taking it in, and it's going to be back out to Russell. Russell bobbles it, and it's late from the arc for 3 already. That's what we've been talking about, exciting basketball, and the Dragons doing a 2-man press right here as Duckweiler is going to bring it up. Spin move there, takes it on the inside. Back over to number 25, that's Gully. It's on the inside. It's going to be tipped back out to Carl, or Neese, excuse me. Duckweiler's going to take it in, lays it up for the mid-range shot. No good. Godby's going to bring it down. Sends it over to Telefaro. Back out to Godby. Godby shot in and out. And it's going to be shoved back out to Russell. Russell on the left wing. Tip back out. Telefaro's going to restart the offense. Godby now to the left side here, being heavily pressured by Delaney. Looks like they're doing a lot of help side here in this 2-3, but Godby's just going to take it herself, add the 2.
Yeah, Godby does such a good job of just getting to the basket. She uses her length. Very smart player as well. Good job finishing on the opposite side. Put them up 5-0 early.
Yes, of course. And this press, it might be a problem, as it looks like Ashland's a lot more under pressure right here, as Barnett tries to strip the ball here, but ends up grabbing a little bit of the arm, and that's going to be her first foul of the night.
Yeah, that's, to me, one thing to look for is just the depth of what Fairland has at this point, because if Barnett picks up a second, but Coach Buchanan will just tell her, maybe sit her for a second and just tell her, we got to refocus.
Buchanan's an absolute basketball guy. I mean, you can see it basketball family. His son's a heck of a player too. I mean, we've seen it. I mean, it's a basketball culture over there in Proctorville.
Yeah, and you'll see it. Tune in later for Game 7 when their boys are taking on Eastern Brown. Should be a fun one to close out the day.
Russell playing heavy defense to the left side. Chucked up by Nice. No good. Now bringing it back down is Godby. Controlling the offense per usual. Hands it off. Back up top to Russell. Now back over to Talafaro. Back over to Russell. Russell for three, and it's good. And an early timeout taken by Ashland Blazer. And it looks like it's going to be a full timeout. Coach Davis not happy early. As you are watching Southern Ohio Sports Authority girls basketball presented by Ohio Health, we will go for a 60-second timeout.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
And we are now back as Duckweiler sends it back over to number 23. That's Delaney, sends it in. Delaney tries to chuck it up, does not get the call that she wanted right there, as now Barnett's will bring it up. To the outside, back over to Russell, over to Talafaro. You don't want to let Russell shoot, but luckily right there, Ashland gets lucky.
Maybe a little too deep, just outside that men's line a little bit. Good hustle by Talafaro to get the block.
That's just toughness right there, and that you can't coach anything like that. You got to want it right there. And Talafaro with the chase down block. Duckweiler's going to inbound it here. Off the screen, looking for somebody. Duckweiler can't find anybody. Eventually, as it's a fight for the ball, Russell gets shoved out of bounds, but or fall. Did she fall out of bounds? I couldn't really see from that angle.
I think it was just like with the body contact, it wasn't anything malicious, I guess.
Yeah. Ashland gets lucky right there. And it's going to be back to the outside to Nice once again. Now up top, it's going to be to Delaney, looking for somebody. Inside to Nice, who's been the bucket getter of the Lady Tomcats so far. Inside to Gully, posts up, no good. Rebound, no good. Russell corrals it this time defensively. Brings it down, looking for Talafaro, and looks like she draws the foul. It's going to be on number 25, Ariana Gully.
One of the big things for Fairland that makes them so dangerous is that literally all 5 players on the court can bring the ball up at any time.
Oh, yeah.
So when Godby gets a rebound, she's just going to push it in transition.
Yeah. They're a bunch of athletes.
Yeah.
You got no one out there that can't hustle. And speaking of Godby, takes it to the rack, does not get that one. Looks like checking in is Ava Lane for the Dragons. I did not see her.
Yeah, that's her first possession. Nice job finishing off the play with the offensive rebound.
Yes, of course. Barnett's up top, inside feed to Godby, using that link to her advantage, and the ball gets tipped out by Nice. Great play defensively, and Troxler fighting for her life as 3 Dragons defenders are on her. Duckweiler sends it down, but it's intercepted by Lane, but Lane forgets about the ball, but she steals it right back. A very messy ordeal that happened right there. And Russell takes it to the rack, and you can count it. 10-0 lead early here for the Dragons.
Yeah, the pressure that Fairland puts on, you just can't, I said, the pressure they put on, if you don't take care of the ball, that's 2 quick turnovers for Blazer. If you don't take care of the ball, it's just going to get bad in a hurry because of kind of what we were talking about. They have everybody that can create havoc and just make things happen. Addison Cornell has checked in also for Fairland.
Now Duckweiler will bring it up once again, but it gets rejected by Lane. The freshman is going to take it to the rack easily. It's a 12-0 run to start out the game for Fairland.
It's her third steal already, and she came in about a minute ago.
And it looks like we're going to have another timeout by Coach Davis, and it's going to be a full timeout. As we will take it to the break, you're watching girls basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, represented by Ohio Health.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
And we are now back here at Waller Gymnasium here at Shawnee State University, as it looks like Troxler will inbound after the full timeout by Coach Davis. Already used 2 of them in the early first quarter. Inbounding it here, getting it on the inside here to Addie Wolf. And it looks like that'll be a foul on number 11, Addison Cornell. The junior forward.
Yeah, maybe the only thing with Fairland is they're so aggressive that they could pick up some fouls.
They get into foul trouble. It could be a long night for Fairland if they let them come back into this one. Nice from 3, no good. That was very needed right there. They needed a spark right there. Lane forgets about the ball right there. Recovered by Nice. Nice gets it down to Delaney. And that's going to be out of bounds on Fairland. It'll remain Ashland's ball, luckily.
Yeah, just a little too far ahead on the lead pass there by the Tom Kittens. I was fighting it if I was gonna say it or not.
Tom Kittens. As Molly Seitz, the sophomore, checks into the game for Ashland. They've been subbing in a lot more than Fairland has. They're getting deep into their bench, looking for somebody to give them a spark here. As the ball drops on the floor, as the new check-in Seitz gets isolated here by Lane. Lane having a lot of pressure, and you can see why the freshman guard is getting a lot of playing time like she is. Nice getting heavily pressured, double-teamed right there. And it's going to be a jump for the ball right here, and it looks like it's going to be a foul here on Godby on a shove.
Yeah, just got there just a hair too late. Ends up making some contact there. We're going to see Stella Whitley check in for the first time for the Dragons. If really you've watched them the last couple of years, they don't typically go past maybe 7. You know, maybe the second sub on the bench. This is 3 deep already.
Yeah, they got a very deep team. And that's exactly what you want if you're Coach Buchanan. You got to have confidence in more than your starting 5. That's absolutely for sure. On the inside here's Nice. No good off the back of the iron here.
That was a good look. They've gotten some decent looks, just haven't got anything to fall.
Nothing has been falling. It's been a rough day so far for Ashland Blazer. Taking it on the inside. Russell wants the ball, will get it in the corner here. She shoots it. And gets it! A long-range 3 by Russell. She can make it from anywhere.
Yeah, just you got to have a hand up on her at all times. She's got 8 already. But now it's going to be foul or free throws coming for Blazer, so maybe they can get something to go through at the line.
It should, is it?
Should be 5.
Yeah, it's 5. But it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, they got to hit the horn.
Yeah, they got to hit the horn right there. That's got to be a bonus. There's no 1-on-1s anymore.
Right.
Big rule change. Yes.
So second year of it, at least in Ohio, where the 5 fouls each quarter, automatically a 2-shot situation.
I think it's a good rule change. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I know, like as a coach, whenever you would get like quick foul. Like in this situation, if you get 5 quick fouls, then you're pretty much in the bonus the whole second quarter. At least it resets for that second quarter.
Oh, yeah, of course. As Wolf makes both, Ashland is on the board here in Waller Gymnasium. Bringing up the floor here is going to be Godby, as it looks like Ashland wanted that bucket to get into a press. As Lane from the third ring of Saturn, no good. Seitz is going to take it down the floor here in a 3-on-1. Seitz is swarmed, and they're just going to bring it up to Neese, and they're going to reset. Neese tries to take it in, and it's going to be a jump ball right here, and it should be Ashland's possession. That's the thing about Fairland. They play so hard on defense. It's electric.
Yeah, it's hard to get into any sort of groove, and the way they play speeds you up no matter what. So I've always said teams that can slow them down, it's a lot harder, it's a lot easier said than done to slow down this Fairland team.
Oh, it's got to be hard for sure, especially since a team with a bunch of athletes. You know, not a lot of schools are like that. You know, they've been blessed with a lot of athletes, and they've worked really hard at it. As Seitz takes it to the rack, no good. Russell with a defensive rebound. Russell takes it down the floor. Now it's over to Godby. Godby stutter steps to the inside. Pass fake, no good. Rebound by herself. Godby puts it back, and no good. And it's going to be another jump ball right here. This time it'll be Fairland's possession.
Okay, I'm not going to say what the play call is. I can tell you it's going to number 3. 100% this ball is going to Addison Godby. It's what they do on their out-of-bounds stuff. It's get her the ball, let her go to work.
And as it's an outlet pass here, Talaferro back out to Russell. You do not want to let her shoot. She will make you pay. Another three-pointer for Russell.
3 for 4 from the deep for Bailey Russell. And you run that action. Talaferro does a good job on the handoff, and then kicking to the opposite corner where Bailey Russell is inexplicably wide open.
Yeah, you don't want to let her open. As Duckweiler takes it to the rack, trying to find something to get the Tomcats going. As now it'll be Talaferro as Russell slips the ball out of her hands, but Ashland cannot corral it, and it's going to be off of, it looks like, Neese, and it's going to be Fairland basketball under the rim. Godby's going to be inbounding it. A screen across to Lane. Lane's going to let it fly. No good. And it's going to be a rebound right there, but it's going to be off the body of Russell. It'll remain Ashland basketball.
Yeah, even when they have Godby taking the ball out, they get good actions. It's a really tough team to prepare for because they do really good actions, and then they can just do the basic action of just let's just get the ball to Godby and let her go to work. And it's really hard to stop because they get a 3 out of it on the last possession.
Yeah, it's like if I'm not scoring, then someone else is scoring, and if they're not scoring, then someone else is scoring. They got a lot of tools they can use. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you mentioned where they have the depth. The funny thing is they've always had the depth. It's just the top of the depth is so good that sometimes they don't need to play it.
Exactly. As Duckweiler is trying to make something happen here with T-minus 15 seconds remaining here, but the pressure of Fairland's too much. Russell's going to bring it down here on the fast break, sets it up, and it's going to be off the hands of number 23, Jenna Delaney. It'll be another out-of-bounds play here, set up for Fairland. Godby's going to bring it in. Godby sets it up, looking around, and that's going to be a foul there on Ariana Gully. I believe that is her second.
Yeah, her second, team second, so they're still pretty far away, so they could give a couple if they wanted, just to try to make it to where Fairland's going to have a harder chance to get the ball in for a shot. But
as Gully checks out, Emmy Rogers checks in here for these final 6 seconds, looking for a buzzer-beating bucket. Godby on the inside gets it, and I believe that's going to have our first period done here in Waller Gymnasium. Fairland on top, 18-2. You are watching Ohio girls basketball here, represented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go.
up. You're
A
smart.
three-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
We are now back here at Waller Gymnasium here for the second quarter of basketball. 20-2 is our score after one. It's been all Dragons here, as Ashland's only 2 points have both came off free throws, and it looks like it'll be Ashland's possession coming out here.
Yeah, they've gotten only 4 turnovers for Ashland Blazers, so they've gotten shots, but when they've gotten shots, they've been rushed just because of what Fairland can make you do mentally as well as physically. Like,
they
there's
make
a
you
quick
overthink,
turnover.
like right there. Like you were just talking about, John. As Godby's going to take it to the rack, finds the outlet pass. Splash right there by Barnett. The senior is having herself a night defensively and offensively. As Duckweiler cannot get the ball there, Godby, and the pressure's just relentless right there. And chucks it up, no good. Going to be a rebound here by Rogers. Just more pressure, like they never give up on the ball. They do not even go back.
It's nonstop pressure, and that makes things very difficult to play against.
They are very conditioned, that's for sure. They do not get tired. As Nice is going to let one fly, and she finally gets one. It's been a rough night for the Tomcats offensively, but if they get more to fly, they could make this a little bit more of a game.
Yeah, good find by Duckweiler there. Nice finally gets her feet set from 3 and buries the triple.
Now Godby at the top here. They're looking for Barnett's to get open here. Shot fake, takes it to the inside, lays it up, and good. It's like unstoppable force in Fairland.
Yeah, Barnett's had a game with 9 threes earlier this season already. So any time that she's behind the line is a threat.
That's another turnover right there. It's just mental mistakes. I don't see anything like physical. I just see mental mistakes like that right there. Just leaving wide open passes and stuff. But Ashland gets lucky right there. Duckweiler's going to bring it up once again. Just the relentless pressure. And that's going to be off the feet of Duckweiler. And once again, just turnovers like that make you think, is this going to be like an all-night thing?
Right. So they had 4 turnovers in the first quarter. In the first 88 seconds of this quarter, 4 as well. So, I mean, that's – you just get –
yeah, you were just talking about it.
Yeah.
An ouncer's jinx right there.
I try not to too much.
Don't worry. I've done it plenty of times. As Barnett's hands it off here. Now it's back over to Godby, setting up some screens here, looking for something. Back over to Barnett's. Barnett's being pressured here by Troxler. Up top, back on the inside to Talaferro, and it's going to be a body foul here on Addie Wolf.
It's going to be her first. Good look inside. If you really like basketball, watching the actions that this Fairland team does is really fun.
They're a fun team to watch. I remember I was watching their game last year for the OVC Championship. It was Portsmouth versus Fairland. It was a great game, and Fairland just ran away with it down the stretch.
Yeah, once they get going downhill, they're really hard to stop. 7 quick points for Cameron Barnett's here in this quarter.
Been absolutely electric offensively and defensively. Now bringing it back down to the outside. Rogers over, and it's good again. Molly Seitz gets her first points of the game, I believe.
Yep, first shot for her from the deep, and she drills it.
That's what you like to see coming off the bench. And now letting it fly is Lape, and she's got one. Anything you can do, I can do better right there.
Just good response. That's her second. It's going to be another timeout for Blazer.
Another full timeout by Coach Davis. It's frustrating. Like, you feel like you're knocking on the door a little bit, but, I mean, they're blowing up the door on the other side with Fairland. It's been awesome. As now it'll be a full timeout, and we will be back with you.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
And we're back here at the Waller Gymnasium with Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. It's John Bruce, Malachi Roselle in. It's been all Fairland so far as they had a 30-8 lead here over Ashland Blazer, which we said in the pregame. Blazer is playing without Kinley Woods, who's going to be playing at the next level at Eastern Kentucky. So
that's a difference maker.
Yeah, it's a big difference maker. Maybe later in the season we see a little difference, but at the same time, this Fairland team, they've got several players that can knock down shots. They've had 3 different players make 3 so far, but I mean, all 5 starters can. Ava Lane, we know, can as well. So this is a team that they can shoot it, they can spread you out, and they're going to play really tough defense, and that's what's shown with the 8 turnovers so far for the Tom Gittins.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, John. It's been electric so far, just electric play by the Dragons. Like right there, they are just going straight 100% effort. Like right there, another turnover as Russell with the steal, trying to get it to the basket here on sights and does not get the foul. Now taking it back down the floor is Wolf. Hands it off to Troxler. Troxler trying to get it in for the bucket and gets it. But just like that, Barnett's down the floor and off the feet of Emmy Rogers, and it'll remain Fairland basketball.
Yeah, Fairland doesn't care that they give up points. They're just going to go score on the other end.
Yeah,
and in the early, they get a fast break there.
They are not fazed at all by giving up points because they know they got the comfortable 20-point lead right now as Russell just does it at will right there and takes it to the rack.
13 now for Russell.
Troxler gives it to the outside. That's going to be handing it off to Seitz. Seitz is going to bring it up slowly. Her and Russell one-on-one at the top of the Bear logo. Now it's back over to Wolf. Wolf searching for an option, finds Rogers. Now back over to Seitz. Now it's going to be back over to Zoe Smith, the freshman. Now back over to Rogers, just trying to find anything. It's like they're playing hot potato here. Seitz back out to Rogers. Now over to Troxler. Troxler's going to let it fly from 3. No good. Rebounded by Barnett's. Barnett's down the floor. Pass over to Bailey Russell. Like we said, it's just you don't want to let her shoot. Another 3 by Bailey Russell. Dominant performance. And just like that, Fairland has the ball once again. Barnett's unrelentless pressure. And there's Bailey Russell again from 3 that time. Not a lot on it. And Bailey Russell steals the ball again, trying to find an option. Inside there to Talafero like clockwork, but no good off the layup. Now Seitz is going to bring it up. A little bit of a messy play right there, honestly. Now back there on the inside. Everyone's fighting after the ball. Now Godby's going to bring it out. Bring it down with some pace there. Looking around Godby. Just trying to take it to the rack. All alone. Cannot get it to go. Rebounded by Barnett's, no good. And it's going to be off the hands of Smith, and it's still alive. Talafero behind the back pass. Now it's back over to Bailey Russell. Now it's Talafero. Back up top to Russell. Back again to Talafero. Back over to Russell. Russell on the inside, fake. Does not get the bucket that she wants right there. Back out late to Godby, and she gets it. After a bunch of misses, they finally get one to go their way. 28-point lead for the Lady Dragons.
Yeah, this has just been a clinic right now for what Fairland can do.
Now Rogers in and out shot. They cannot get anything to fall.
And then you get good looks on the other end and just unable to get it to fall, as you said.
I'm starting to feel bad for the Tom Kittens, John.
Yep.
But Rogers with the rebound right there. Now Wolf's going to bring it down. Tipped out by Barnett as it hits the referee. And we got a 3-person substitution here as it's going to be number 11, Addison Cornell, number 2, Ava Lane, and number 15, Stella Whitley.
And Whitley played a little in that first.
They're getting everybody in. Now Smith at the top of the key, being heavily pressured by Lane. I would not want to play offense against her, that's for sure. Seitz takes it to the rack, fake. Back out, Troxler, hesitation. She's just going to reset it to Seitz. Seitz is going to take it on the inside. Tipped off the hands. Now it's going to be back over. Smith, Seitz, and it's going to be a body foul there on Whitley.
Yeah, good job by Seitz. She does a good job of ripping it across her body to drive through any possible hand contact and then gets baseline, draws the foul. It'll be the first in the quarter.
Yeah, it hasn't been a lot of fouls so far in this second quarter. Now back out to Troxler. Outside feed, now back on the inside, a handoff play. Smith did not know the ball was coming to her, and now Lane will get the pickup. Lane down the floor, back out to Russell. No good. They are blessed with that one. She does not miss too many of those. Sights bringing it down the floor here. Godby trying to get some pressure down behind her. Now back over to Troxler. Troxler fakes it inside, back out. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Godby. Now down the floor, Stella Whitley along with Bailey Russell on the fast break. They're going to hand it off back out to Russell. Russell's going to try it again from the exact same spot. Does not get it to go, but nobody's there around Godby. And they're going to give her the foul right there. It's going to be 2 shots.
Yeah, Godby it'll be the first trip to the line tonight for the Dragons.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have not been at the line a lot.
Yeah, kind of their style. You know, it's the funny thing is it lends them to just open shots, but it lends them to a lot of uncontested looks, so they're not getting fouled a lot near the rim, which is, you know, ultimately why they don't get to the line a ton.
Yeah, they let it fly from anywhere. They have a bunch of shooters, so it's not just like one person like Bailey Russell. Speaking of her, she just checked out of the game. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do without their number one source of offense, but I'm not too worried if I'm the Dragons coach.
Yeah, and that's partially why you're doing some of the subbing as you are, because you're trying to make it to where other people have to feel comfortable in that. Just let's say Bailey gets in foul trouble or anything else that could possibly happen. So you want to make sure that you're ready to play.
That's another steal there by Whitley. Back over to Barnett's, and Sights will be the culprit of the foul right there. And Barnett's will go and shoot 2.
Yeah, while Blazers played better offensively, they also have 10 turnovers here in the quarter, so 14 here in the first half. And against a team like Fairland that has as many people that can score and that they can run the floor like they do, is just way too many for the game, let alone the half.
Yes, when it comes to bringing the ball down the floor, I mean, they were pretty good in that first quarter, but ever since then, it feels like the tires are just falling off the car.
And now 9 for Barnett's.
Now bringing it up here. Instead of Duckweiler, it is now Neese. Now it's going to be back over to Addie Wolf. Wolf trying to get something going with a minute left here in this second half, or quarter, excuse me. Now on the inside, Neese intercepted there by Cornell. Cornell bringing it down the floor. Looks to take it to the rack. No good. Rebound by Troxler. Back over to Sights. Sights racing down the floor against Talaferro. And she's just going to reset the offense. Now up top, her and Talaferro all alone. It's going to be back over to Wolf. Wolf being heavily pressured by Whitley. Now it's back over to Neese. Neese is going to let it fly from the college line. No good. Rebound by Cornell. Using that size to her advantage, back over to Barnett's. 15 seconds and counting. Lane's going to let it fly from 3, no good. And that one will be off the hands of Troxler, and it'll be Fairland basketball here with 9 seconds left to play.
You can tell they're confident in Ava Lane. She just got to get one to fall because she's got a few good looks so far, just unable to score. She's got 2, which was at the rim.
Yes. Cornell gets the ball tipped out of her hands by Rogers. And it looks like Wolf will have the last shot, but she gives it over to Sights. Sights, a Hail Mary, does not get it to go. And at the half, it is going to be 41-10. Dominant performance by the Lady Dragons here in this first half. And it's been a 3-point showcase, honestly.
Yeah, it's been really impressive so far from Fairland. But, you know, I feel like for Blazer, they've got a lot of positives that they can build off of. Just got to limit the turnovers. But, yeah, We'll be back in just a moment after this commercial break. You're watching high school girls basketball presented by Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glow Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glow Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Welcome back to the Waller Gymnasium. You're watching high school girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. I'm John Bruce, along with Malachi Roselle, making his Sosa debut for us tonight. Fairland right now up 41-10 in the first quarter. Ashland, Blazer shot. He got a lot more shots off because they only had 4 turnovers, but that second quarter, 11 turnovers. And really the lead, it grew clearly, but they didn't lose the quarter by as much as, lost the first one 20-2. Second quarter was 21-8, but still it's been all Fairland.
Oh, yeah, it's been all Fairland. Like we said, it's been a lot of three-pointers and just relentless defense. And it's hard to beat a team, especially when they're hot from three like that. And, I know they barely have off nights, but it's hard to catch Fairland on an off night, especially when they're on the game like right now.
Yeah, to have them on an off night, it's got to be kind of what Portsmouth was able to do to them last year, which they never got sped up. They could just run through their stuff. So they still play quick, but they don't get in a hurry. So that was the Coach Wooden thing, is like, play quick but not in a hurry. And then kind of what the Laurel School did against them. They had a top 5 player in the country who she moved to Mount Vernon, Florida. So now she goes from playing on a really good team to the best team in the country.
That's awesome.
So a nice little trade-off for her. But with the Laurel School, they also didn't get a ton of turnovers. So to play with this Fairland team, you can't turn the ball over. You got to kind of hope for an off-night shooting, which so far turnovers, and then it's not an off-night shooting.
Yeah, it's not been that way at all. 41 points in this first half by a girls basketball team especially. Like, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, they play at a really good pace, and it just they make you pay for any of your mistakes.
Oh yeah.
And they've done so far. They're led by Bailey Russell. She's got 17 points on 4 of 8 from 3. Started off 4 of 5, but 17 points, 3 steals as well. 9 points for Cameron Barnett's all in the second quarter. Really got going there early in the second quarter. 8 points from Addison Godby, along with just a variety of she's just the stat sheet stuffer for Fairland. Tegan Leap with 6, and then 2 for Ava Lane as well. Issa Teleferro has played well, has not gotten into the scoring column. I'm not sure if she shot more than 1 shot, though. So for the Tom Kittens, they came in with Tom Kittens on their stuff. So some of the schools, like we cover Gallia Academy, they're the Blue Devils or the Blue Angels if it's the girls' team.
Yeah.
So where you're not, Tomcats isn't bad for the girls' side, but like I'll use Huntington out of Chillicothe, they're the Huntsmen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to say the lady, so they could be the Lady Huntsmen, I guess. But so they are led. They have a variety of players here. Molly Seitz with 3, Emily Neese with 3, Addison Wolf with 2, Alexis Toxler with 2 as well. One positive, I'll say, she's clearly not going to play, but Kenley Woods shooting here in warm-ups, so it looks like she may be on her way back from her leg injury.
Oh, yeah, it's always good to see that. That's for sure.
Yeah, and clearly has to get through some more work and everything. So it was a soccer injury, and the Eastern Kentucky commit is going to help this Ashland Blazer team out greatly when she's able to come back. But like we said in the pregame, this is just going to make them better to deal with some of this adversity when you're playing such good teams like a Portsmouth or this really talented Fairland team.
Yes, you're exactly right, John. It's going to be a lot more help when Kenley Woods comes back. I mean, it's good to see her out there in uniform, especially, but that doesn't exactly mean that we could see her today.
Yeah, it doesn't mean she's close even, but it's at least she's feeling good enough to get warmed up and loose. So we're going to take one quick commercial break. Once again, you are watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie and Son Trucking, each week at sosaohio.com.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Welcome back into the Waller Gymnasium here on the campus of Shawnee State University. We are at the Battle Series presented by Elevated Sports Events. This is game 6 of 7 of the night. Our finale will be coming up after this half of play. Will feature the Fairland Dragons boys team against Eastern Brown, the Warriors coming from clearly Eastern Brown County. So this one, 41-10. I'm John Bruce, along with Malachi Roselle. Should have a fun last 16 minutes of play. We may have a continuous clock coming.
Yeah, if they keep shooting the way that they have been, it could be a little bit shorter of a night for the Tom Kittens.
Yeah, but the positive for the Tom Kittens, Kenley Woods able to shoot in halftime. Looks like she could be back sooner rather than later.
Yes, that's always really good to see. And already Fairland had a wide open shot right there, but Barnett just misses it. Duckweiler bringing it up quickly. They're trying to, pick up the pace a little bit here. as Troxler's going to take it on the inside. A good start. They're a lot more fast-paced than what I saw, and an early foul opportunity there, as late will be the culprit.
Yeah, starting a little different grouping here for Coach Buchanan, as there's no Bailey Russell or Addison Godby on the court to start. But they got a good look on the first out-of-bounds play, and now Gully will step to the line, try to get her first points of the night.
She gets it. Ashland perfect from the free throw line so far. Gully's second shot, taking her time. And she gets it.
I was going to say, I don't know if the knocking on wood works, because I'm not sure this is real wood.
Yeah, I don't like to jinx people. The announcer's jinx is very real. I remember it's happened a couple times at South Webster, and
it happens.
Yeah, I like felt so bad for the other team. Talaferro looking for somebody, finds Lane. Very scrappy defensively and plays very hard on offense, can shoot and do it all. Off the tip, Barnes is going to reset the offense here. Aggressive start here by Delaney. Now back over. Lane beats her man. Does not get the bucket to go, but Lane gets the ball right back to her. Talaferro lets it fly from the college range. No good. Duckweiler is just going to bring it up the floor here. Looking for somebody. Takes it to the rack herself. Does not get one, but Gully puts it back up. No good again. Lane will bring it down the floor. Lane looking for a bucket in transition here. Gives it back to Cornell. Back out to Lane. Lane's three-pointer no good. Recovered again by the Tom Kittens. Now brought up by Duckweiler. To the outside. Nice is going to let it fly in and out. No one can buy a bucket right now.
Yeah, that was a really good look. She got her feet set. Touched about every part of the rim before bouncing out. But it should stay with Blazer.
Yep, it's going to be Tom Kittens basketball underneath here. Duckweiler, the point guard, will be ringing it out. Looking for Nice, finds her. It's going to be back out. Now they're going to set a screen to the outside. And it's going to be set up for Nice once again. Looking for a good shot. Lane, tough defense, long range three by Nice, no good. And it's going to be a foul right there on, I believe, yes, it's going to be on number 23, Jenna Delaney.
Yeah, good box out by Cameron Barnett. Eventually leads to the foul.
Now Talaferro brings it back in. Back out to Talaferro. Now Lane racing down the court. Finds Lape. Lape forgets about the basketball, and it'll be Ashland Blazer basketball heading the other way.
Yeah, good look ahead. I feel like this may be the longest Fairland's gone without scoring to start a half ever.
In like their history.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, that's for sure. It's been about 2 minutes. And
good
now
adjustment on that.
Yeah.
On using the how kids talk to
Yeah.
actually use it.
Yes.
Because I can barely, I don't know what any of that means. But yeah, it's been nearly 2 minutes of scoreless ball so far for the Dragons. But Godby and Russell will check back in. I'm guessing that will be over fairly soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Tom Kittens nightmares are back in. Now it's back over to Lane. Lane takes it to the rack, already feeding it to Russell. And now to Talaferro, looking for a three, no good. Barnett's trying really hard to get after the ball right there. Buchanan is pleased with the effort, and it'll go Ashland's way now.
Yeah, good effort. Good ball movement, too. Lane does a nice job on the hammer pass out to Russell. She kicks it out to Talaferro, just a little bit short on the shot.
Now it's going to be back up to Tagali, the center for the Tom Kittens, and that one's going the other way. Lane lays it in, and the scoreless hunches over. Now it'll be Duckweiler bringing it up once again, looking for a little bit better than a turnover in transition bucket.
It's a sixth steal for Ava Lane off the bench.
Defensive Player of the Year coming her way potentially in the OVC if she keeps it up. Nice look inside, and Nice gets another bucket.
Good action there by Ashland to get the layup.
Yes, that's the best they've moved the ball the entire night. And now back over to Barnett. Barnett is going to let it fly. No good. Rebound by Gully. Now it's going to be Duckweiler bringing it down the floor here. Looking for something. Duckweiler's going to take it on the inside, forgets about the basketball. Outlet pass. Russell's going to have an easy bucket. And she finishes it. And a timeout by Fairland. Coach Buchanan calls one, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, so we'll stay here. Yeah, and I think it's just one thing. You got a decent look on the other end. You know, an easy layup, which they don't like to give up. They like to make you earn everything you do on that end of the floor. So you give up that easy one. Yeah, you get the run out there for Russell, who now has 19. Good job by Telefaro on the steal and the assist. But you also, it hasn't been the prettiest first 3 minutes for Fairland, so you want to make sure this doesn't happen in case it's a more competitive game. Like, this can't happen. You can't have a 3-minute stretch like this against Portsmouth.
Oh, yeah, of course. And this is where you can have the opportunity to get better, better yourself as a team, of course, see what you have depth-wise. And I think this is really going to help out the Dragons in the long run with a big lead.
Yeah, and it's good you always want to learn during games.
Of course.
And this Blazer team is going to be good by the end of the year.
Yes.
You're just running into a extremely good right now Fairland team that's going to also be very good at the end of the year as well.
Yeah, Fairland will have a lot of L's in the right-hand column.
Right.
As Lane looking for a 7th steal of the night. And a nice block right there by Godby, making her return. And Lane's going to take it in. No good. Rebound by Barnett, as it's going to be a jump ball as her and Troxler go after it. And I believe this is going to go Ashland Blazers' way, and it will.
Yeah, just got a nice run out. Good job by Godby on the help side block. Just unable to finish.
Now it's going to be Duckweiler bringing it up. Barnett's on the other side of her. Troxler trying to get open here on the left side. Looking for an option here. He's heavily pressured on the inside right there. They're not letting her get the ball. Now they're going to reset it here. Trying to double team. That's where pressure falls in, but a great look by Duckweiler and finds Gully.
Yeah, you said it right. A great look inside. Good finish by Gully.
Now Russell's going to let it fly from the mid-range. No good, just a bit too much on it. Now it's going to be reset. Duckweiler going to bring it up slowly once again. Troxler fakes on the inside. Ball comes loose, but it's going to be a foul on I believe, Talifero. Yep, they're going to call a shove on Talifero there. That will be her first. Now Troxler's going to bring it out here. Looking for somebody. Play set up for Gully right here. They do not get it to her. They look for the outlet option. No good, but Gully's all alone, just going to lay it in. Good run so far by Gully here in this third quarter. Now it's going to be back over to Barnett's. Barnett's bringing up the floor. Outlet pass over to Lane. Lane's going to let it fly from the third ring of Saturn. No good. And another fight for the ball right there, and they're going to call a loose ball foul on number 3, Addison Godby. Good job right now by Ashland Blazer in these last couple minutes.
Yeah, they've slowed down. They've just played, and they haven't gotten to a huge hurry like they were in that second quarter. I think maybe it's just a halftime adjustment of, we're down 31.
Exactly.
Let's just play because you're not going to come back. You're not going to make that comeback, so let's win the second half. And you can do that by just playing each possession instead of trying to get it all back at once.
Exactly. You're not going to get it back with 1-3 or a bunch of and-ones or anything like that. You just got to stack up buckets and hope for the best and just play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to come back from down 31,
Yeah.
So you just got to make adjustments and see what you can do to get better and work on it at practice on Monday.
Yeah, and just from what I've seen so far, this is going to be better than what you're going to see in practice.
Yes, of course.
So get better right now and then carry it over to your next game and then just continue from there.
Most definitely. If I had to bet, their next opponent's not going to be any tougher than Fairland. You don't get any tougher than that than around here, that's for sure. Troxler's going to look on the inbound here. Looking for a man, finds Nice. Nice on the inside to Delaney, gets it up, no foul call. Now it's going to be Godby bringing it up at the point guard. Looking to reset. Hands off to Bailey Russell. Russell looking. loses the ball, and it's going to be picked up here by Delaney. Great job defensively by the Tom Kittens. Now Gully again, and it's an and one, and she's amped up.
Yeah, it's just that they're playing better and doing a really good job. Gully has played very well in this half. 8 points now with a chance to make it 9 at the line.
Gully's really stepped up.
And she has all of their points. I didn't even realize it until just counting it out.
She has all of their points so far.
Well,
in
never
this
mind.
third
Never
quarter.
mind. She's got 8 of their 10.
Okay.
The scoreboard was a little delayed right there.
Okay, I got you. Gully will shoot from the line again. Only 1 this time. Gets it to go. Checking in now is going to be Emmy Rogers once again. Checking out is going to be Delaney. Whitley will now take the inbound here. Looking for somebody. 5 seconds is narrowing down. It's a turnover. Troxler, and it's going to be a jump ball now as all over it is number 0, Tegan Late. Now coming in is going to be Addison Cornell. Checking out is Stella Whitley. Russell's now going to inbound it as Ashland takes their foot off the gas, and bringing it up is Barnett's. As it looks like they're running into a 1-2-2 press at half court. Cornell trying to get the ball out, but a hold on Duckweiler. That will be, I believe, her second, or her first, actually, excuse me. Now Lape's going to inbound it here from our left side. Looking for somebody, finds Godby. Godby's going to try and take it to the rack at will here. Fake spin move, puts it up and in. Can't do it any better than that.
She's just so patient when she makes her move. She knows where she's going and is going to make every fake possible until she gets to the position. Does a great job there. Now 10 points for Addison Godby.
She knows exactly what she wants before she's going to do it, and she just takes it to the rack at will. She's strong enough to do it, and then put it up like that. Just great skills. Troxler's going to let it fly from 3. No good. It's going to be a rebound here by Godby. Godby looking for something on the fast break. Finds a spot-up shooter, Bailey Russell, but finds an even better option, and Barnett cannot get it to fly. Now it's going to be Gully with the rebound. Tipped up there. Duckweiler does not get the ball. Rebound by Lape. And Russell's going to let it fly for the first time in this second half and gets it for the trifecta.
Yeah, good find there off the steal. 22 now for Bailey Russell.
25 away from 1,000. And Gully's going to get another chance at the foul line.
Yeah, just like got a little bit into the body as she goes off the floor. And now Gully with a chance to add to her point total here in the third.
Yes, Gully has been an absolute force in the second and third quarter. She's really stepped it up, and she's been a big part of the offense. Honestly, the main part of offense for the Tom Kittens tonight.
That's her. She's now 4 for 4 at the line. That's the first free throw that's hit anything. As it rattles in, gets a little bit of a shooter's touch now with 10 points all here in the third quarter.
She's been on one. I don't know what was said at halftime, but it must have amped her up. Gully takes her time once again. And in and out, and will be 4 for 5 from the free throw line so far. Russell looking again, another three-pointer, sinks it again. Can't stop, won't stop. Duckweiler finds a find, and it's Ariana Gully again.
Yeah, just they're getting the ball out quick and finding Gully on the break.
They're playing the game. They're not letting Fairland play them.
Yeah, they're not playing the scoreboard. They're just playing. And that's the best way you can do it. And that's, to me, how you can tell they're a well-coached team.
Exactly. Barnett's back on the inside and gets the bucket.
11 now for Cam Barnett's.
32 seconds and counting as Duckweiler's bringing it down the floor, looking for something here before the clock runs out here in the third. Hard screen right there set by Duckweiler, and it's going to be a charge taken, and it's going to be an illegal. As Stella Whitley will be checking back in here for Tegan Lape. Talaferro will be inbounding. But first, we got Alexis Trostler coming in. Team leader in rebounds, has been a beast, and Gully will finally take a seat. What a performance she's had so far.
Yeah, really impressive quarter for Gully with the 10 points, 5 rebounds here in this quarter alone for Gully.
As now bringing up the floor is Barnett's. Back over to Russell. Now it's Cornell up top. Inside feed to Talaferro. Passes up the bucket. Back out. Barnett's from college range. No good. Rebound by Cornell. Cornell on the inside. It's stolen by Troxler. Now it's going to be... Oh, I forgot that it was the last minute right there. Duckweiler can't get the shot up in time. And that'll be the third quarter. 55-24 as we will take it to our advertisements. Represented by Ohio Health, you're watching girls basketball.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Welcome back to the Waller Gymnasium for Game 6, the fourth quarter of Game 6 of Day 1 of the Battle of the 740, the Battle Series presented by Elevated Sports Events. It's John Bruce in with Malachi Roselle. Fairland putting on a show so far tonight.
Oh, it's been an offensive clinic so far, John, like we've talked about. It's so fun to see him play. That's for sure. Now Rogers will get it up top here. We'll give it over to Delaney. Back over, I believe that's to Addie Wolf. Now it's over to Troxler. Duckweiler back over to Delaney. Looking for a bucket here. They're not going too fast. They're just trying to get something here. But stolen, unfortunately, by number 1, Issa Talaferro. She's been a beast defensively. Russell takes it in at will and does not get the foul call there. Rejected by number 15, Addie Wolf.
Yeah, good hands by Wolf on the drive by Russell to knock it loose.
And rejected there by Godby, but back out. Duckweiler thought about the 3. Fake on the inside. Lays it in, no good. Barnett's bringing it down the floor now. Looking for an option. Takes it to the rack, no good. There might be a lid back on the rim. Back over to Troxler. Now it's Duckweiler from college range, no good. Now it's back over to Russell, to Godby. Godby on the inside, fake. Great post moves by Godby, just doesn't get it to go, and Stella Whitley fumbles the basketball there off the hands of Godby. And it's gonna be Ashland Blazer basketball.
Like, Godby's footwork is so next level. It's like she's going to be able to play. Clearly, if you just watched her skill-wise, you would know that she's going to be able to play at the next level. But watching her footwork inside, she's going to be able to play no matter what size she is, height-wise, because of how good that footwork is.
Yes. They got a bunch of players that can do that, too. You got the Addison Cornell girl, only a freshman, and she has been amazing tonight. Now taking it in, laying it in, Addie Wolf.
4 now for Wolf.
Now, just taking it to the rack at will is Lane, and she gets the bucket and 1. Lane just looked like, that was like 50%, just taking it out of the floor and was faster than everybody else and just lays it in.
Yeah, it just goes down with a head of steam, and sometimes you just go until they stop you. No one stopped her. Now she's getting at the line with a chance to extend her scoring. See, that's 6. Got a chance to add on.
Let's see if she can get the three-point play without even going to the three-point line, and she does. The Dragons are just unstoppable. I am very impressed.
Yeah, they go to the bench and they don't really drop off at all. That's when you know it's a championship level team.
Yes, of course. And now Gully up top against Godby. The battle of the two tallest people on the court. Now back out. Looking, Wolf, inside feed to Gully. Takes a power dribble and draws the foul. Gully will go to the free throw line once again. Two shots for Gully here. Taking her time as she has the entire game. Gets the first one to go.
Yeah, 5 of 6 now from the line, so her routine has worked out pretty well for her thus far tonight.
It's like watching Giannis shoot free throws. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like when I watch Sports Center, sometimes
they show the countdown.
Yeah, they show the countdown. They make fun of Giannis. Gully will get it in again. Unbelievable performance from the free throw line, especially.
Yeah, 6 of 7. She's been really good, especially here in the second half.
And Lane, not too high of a jump right there, as Talaferro just sends that one in the Shawnee State score box.
Yeah, I thought, when we came here to set up last night, I wasn't sure what they were doing, and then I didn't realize they had multiple of these scores tables. So we're fortunate enough to be set up at a pretty nice one up here on the stage.
Yes, we got a very good view. Now Duckweiler catches and shoots it off the back. Now Godby will bring it in, looking around. Matching up with Gully, but you don't want to leave Bailey Russell all alone. That is just a mistake.
Yeah, she's been really good anyway, but then when she's got that much time, she's going to make it more times than not.
Yeah, I mean, like, she has enough time to check the wind right there.
7th 3 for Bailey Russell.
That's what Fairland likes to do right there. They like to double team right there, but it could cost them. But it's been working out to their advantage. We always used to call it in Pee Wee basketball Choppy Zombie. I don't know why. But now taking it in right there, no good off the backboard. Sending it over is Russell looking for her 29th point, and she gets it.
That's actually 30. They were
30?
one point off on the scoreboard, so the crowd didn't react like you would think with what would have been her 30th point. She's now outscoring
Ashland's entire team. Oh my gosh. Dominant performance by Bailey Russell. Now it's going to be Wolf taking her time. Back over to Troxler.
Maybe it was because one of the threes wasn't a college line 3.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she shot it from everywhere and anywhere at all times. It's just like, oh, okay, lets it fly. Good. Barely misses.
Yeah, I believe she's 7 of 10. It could be 7 of 11, or it's 7 of 11 from 3. So she shot it well, and then.
As we got almost a mass substitution here, as it's everybody but Ava Lane that comes in.
Yeah, Sierra Pemberton is making her first appearance for the Dragons. Everyone else has already been in previously, as you've got Cornell, Whitley, and Barnett's returning.
Side's just trying to get it out, but they're going to call a hold, I believe, and it's going to be on Lane. And Lane's a little bit surprised.
Yeah, maybe didn't. Sometimes it's called tighter than others.
Yeah. I agree. Now Seitz looking for the outlet, finds Gully. Back over to Duckweiler. Now over to Wolf. Back over to Nice. Now Seitz feeds it on the inside to Gully. Power dribbles. And they're going to call a body foul on Cornell.
Now, one thing with the stoppages, if you're wondering why we have the running clock, it's because of the Ohio rule. 35 points in the second half will be a continuous clock until it gets under 30. So that's why you're going to see the clock continue. It's not anything that is being done incorrectly. It is the rule.
Running clock. Now Cornell will get the steal. Bringing it up here is going to be Barnett's. Barnett's looking for a set screen right here. Does not get one until late. A little bit of a delayed screen. Back over is Lape. Lape takes it in from mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Barnett and gets the basket and one.
Nice hustle there by Barnett. And I believe a lot of that's going to go to Addison Cornell for just making that a difficult rebound for Blazer, to where Barnett is able to sweep over and get the putback.
Yeah, it's been a great job by everybody offensively, as now we got another mass substitution, everybody but Seitz. Now Barnett will shoot one from the free throw line.
By the way, the scoreboard was right. It is 29 for Russell.
Oh, so you were wrong.
Oh, I was wrong. Yeah. So that's 14 now for Cameron Barnett. She hadn't shot a free throw, so I was like, wait, she made 7 threes, so there's no way that she has an or an even number. So.
Yeah. Now bringing it down the floor. Seitz off the rim. Now it's going to be Cornell. Back over to Barnett.
Chloe Walters now making her first appearance for the Dragons as well.
And now laying it in is Barnett once again. After the and one, she is not stopping. We got a minute left here in this one before everything gets wrapped up.
Mary Beth Boland getting her first touch of the game.
Now it's going to be back over to Smith. Over to Seitz. They're just trying to get it to the rack. Finds a man, just doesn't get it to go. Salisbury fumbles the ball right there. That was a hard pass too right there. I don't blame her.
Yeah, just
absolute fastball.
A little too much on it, probably just because of what Fairland's able to do when they speed you up.
And these high pressure situations, like, not saying like high pressure defense, I guess I should say. You know, it's really hard, especially when you're playing a team like this. And it's been a really frustrating night for Ashland Blazer, as the running clock is going to end things here after these free throws, I believe.
They may not even shoot them.
Are they going to shoot them?
They are not.
They will not. And Fairland takes care of business by 40 points. Oh, my goodness. What? Yeah, 40 points exactly on the dot. What a win for the Lady Dragons here tonight. Bailey Russell had herself a day scoring-wise, and then everybody else just did the dirty work defensively.
Yeah, Bailey Russell just outstanding from three-point range. She had, I believe, 4 steals to go along with her 7 threes and 29 points. So she's going to be the game MVP. Just an outstanding performance from her as well. So just overall, really impressed with what Fairland was able to do tonight for their 68-28 victory. So, you know, real quick, once again, we're just going to throw the score back up because they had to reset the scoreboard so quickly. So, yeah, 68-28 final. I think we're going to have a little bit in between games, but we're going to kind of go through this a little quickly. Cameron Barnett with 16. Had a nice game overall. Addison Godby with 10. I don't have the other things added up, but she had a really good overall game. Tegan Leap with 6. Had a nice game overall. Issa Telefero did not score, but just has a bunch of markers down. Had an outstanding game overall. And Ariana Golly led Blazer and had a nice second half, thus getting it to a little more respectable than how it started, a 68-28 final. Got anything?
All I have to say is thank you for the opportunity today.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
So hang around with us here in just a few minutes. You will see the final game of the night as the Fairland boys will take on the Eastern Brown Warriors. That will be on a new stream here in just a few minutes. So once again, we appreciate you for joining us tonight, watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. Have a good night.